There are some who give without thought, who put others first, where the concept of I simply doesn't register. Every office has its heroes, and ESPN is no different. We would like to pay tribute to our very own heroes and tell them and everyone else what they mean to us. And what better way to honour these heroes than to lie and tell them they're being filmed for a non-existent corporate video so they can show us themselves who they are and what they do. Sorry guys, it was the only way.
Yeah, my name is Simon Gomez. I work in the programming department as a presentation scheduler for the Europe feed of the ESPN Classic. It's broadcast in over 40 countries across Europe.
My name's Raki. I work in the legal department at ESPN, and so my work basically involves doing, for the digital media side and the X Games, and some of the sales distribution contracts. So I do the content deals, the ad sales deals, marketing deals for online, X Games sponsorship deals, and then work with all our affiliate partners.
I'm Woody, I'm the assistant producer for the UK channel, and I can do various bits and pieces for the other English language channels as well, and I've been here since coming up to 3 years now.
Right, Nick Smith. I've been working with ESPN for 2 years now, from when it was NASN before we got bought out. I'm dealing with the marketing in the capacity of marketing assistant, so work on all of our territories more or less, aiding all of our agents that we use around Europe.
Hi, I'm Neil, I'm 26. I am the pre-sales analyst and research executive, office totty and the general glue that holds this team together.
As well as running a regular taxi service to and from South London, Matthew Woodall is the archetypal go-to guy for a multitude of vital production projects. Woody explains to us what he does.
I think probably mainly just kind of linking various different pieces together, sort of pulling various things from various different people and departments to kind of actually get them to work and get them on air, probably to a fair extent, and also sort of ever increasing the actual on-air stuff myself, the continuity and the, say, perhaps sort of various little projects like Season to Remember and that kind of thing. One of the other main things I look after is the continuity on the channel, which we use a guy called Mark Perry for. We get him in kind of once a month to record a set of scripts which I kind of prepare in advance for him, which is lots of sort of 10 to 15 second scripts introducing our programmes, introducing the channel. And also we get a presenter in every few weeks as well, Gary Imlach, to basically introduce various programmes, but it's a question of trying to balance out what we've got the budget to do with where we can make him most effective in the schedules, to try and add context to our programme and just try and give the viewer a slightly better experience of when they're watching the channels.
Woody does the UK continuity for the UK channel, obviously, but he also does a lot for the European channel. Basically making sure everything goes to air, which is brilliant because I have to do a lot less. And not only is he just so reliable in checking all the schedules and making sure we've got everything, you know, he'll come up several times a day going, guys, have you realised that this is going on? Such a nice guy to work with, always laughing, always making jokes, and just absolutely brilliant.
Over in Hammersmith, legal eagle and all-round sensation Raki makes the difficult look easy.
Everyone assumes that ESPN would have an enormous legal department.
Oh, I wish. No, we're very, very busy. We have lots of work to do, but it's good. Yeah, there's only two of us. There's also Patrick, who's doing a project for us at the moment as well. But yeah, we basically do all the day-to-day running of every kind of legal aspect, and David works more on the acquisition side of stuff, and I do more of the day-to-day stuff, anything that anyone has problems with. I deal with.
Well, before Rocky, I mean, it was difficult actually. There was no one else to turn to knock ideas off. There was also no one to sort of deal with a lot of the administrative elements of the department. But I mean, she really has made a huge difference to my working existence, and really in a hugely positive way.
So, Raki, if you could give us an example of one of the contracts you're working on and what you do on this on a day-to-day basis.
Well, this contract is a content agreement for Cricinfo and Scrum, which is where we will provide content to a mobile platform in India. I basically go through it and make sure that ESPN is protected, our rights, so intellectual property rights, we have the right warranties from the mobile provider, and that we're basically protect as much as we can, and our content remains our content.
Back in Studio One, Simon Gomez is a true cornerstone of ESPN Classic's programming team. We asked Simon to explain his key role.
My main responsibility is to make sure that the promos that we've selected for the month go on air correctly. So, for example, all the promotions are coloured in yellow, so that I know that when I click into the system, it will come up with a list of promotions available to me for that month. And then I pick and choose which ones I think will work against a menu board or coming out of a programme part. I quite like the challenge of seeing it then go on air and seeing that it's been set up properly and that the promos blend well with the programming that we've got, and that they have an impact, you know, for the viewers. So that's a nice part of it. It's the kind of job where it's a fairly passive role, but you need a lot of concentration to do my job. Do you like a tea?
So, do you ever move from your desk?
When do I get up? Well, just for sort of natural breaks, and a bit of coffee and chit-chat with colleague or whatever, you know. But generally, a lot of my time is taken up by preparing the schedules.
Simon, I haven't worked here very long, but he's been absolutely fantastic since I started, and a great help, even though he disappeared on his honeymoon in my first 2 weeks here.
Perfect timing.
What can I say about him, man? Yeah, no, marvellous. Great to work with, good fun, really knows his stuff, really good.
Meanwhile, in Hammersmith, we meet Nick Smith. Nick is a key component in ESPN's marketing team. We asked Nick to tell us what he's currently working on.
At the moment, I'm doing most of the rebrand stuff, plus looking after my own territories, or trying to set up 8 different all-star fan balloting competitions for the NHL. And we've also working on ESPN America resource site, so trying to put in as much input as I can on that and make sure that we have everything we need and nothing's overlooked.
Nick Smith, wild hair, I think he speaks Hungarian, or is it Italian? He is just a very accomplished young man who knows exactly how to provide all the support for our affiliates across EMEA, and he has very good instincts for the right campaigns to run in the right mediums.
A few desks along from Nick, we meet Neil. Neil is the man behind the man. Neil is pleasant, good-natured, and most of all, humble.
Not many people can understand what I do, really, but I'll try to explain. What I do is I put together the research, the traffic figures, the TGI data, all the kind of the research behind selling our sites and our websites. You know, how do we do what we do, basically? That's where I come into play. I put things together, I flesh out these guys' presentations and their kind of their sales pitches with numbers so they can differentiate our sites from our competitors.
Neil's a pretty interesting guy. He's a very good guy to work alongside. His role is of extreme importance in terms of what he's able to give us, because he's able to basically provide us with ammunition, whether that's in form of ideas or statistics or site sort of data that we need to go out, that ammunition to be able to sell our products. So without him, we would have a much tougher time.
At the moment, it's a very new kind of research team, very new kind of, haven't got that much to work with, but what we do have, I try and get the best out of it. So yeah, basically, that's what I do, as I say, the glue, the engine room of this sales team.
So there you have it, just another day in the lives of our heroes. ESPN wouldn't be the company it is without you. So, from all of us, thank you for being you. Over now to Lynn Frank, who would like to thank you all personally.